guys, welcome back to my channel, our channel,
whatever y'all want to call it.
Whatever you guys want to call
it.
Welcome back. Today, we're going to take you guys along with us as we clean up this disaster of a house. Like, it is pretty much in shambles. I feel like since you got back, we have just been go, 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 and we really haven't even like had a chance to like do like a deep clean.
Nah, because we just survive an hour to hour. Like, if we can get the kids down to bed at a reasonable hour, that's a win. And then it's like,
we should clean, but
yeah, like it's either barbecue, it's either grill, or steam mop the floor, and
grilling always wins.
Grilling always wins.
But both kids are at camp today, and we are well overdue for a deep clean. So we are gonna spend the day cleaning the house. Most summers we have had a housekeeper come once a week to kind of handle this, but we are really trying to be financially responsible right now. Like, we have goals, and like the more we talked about it, we were kind of like, you know what, if we just take one day a week and like clean the house, we don't have to spend that, you know, what was it? Gosh, $800 a month, you know, on having someone else do it. And
I think more so it was a differences in upbringing, because I never had, I mean, I was the housekeeper.
And I always had a housekeeper cleaning
growing up. So like, I didn't necessarily know or appreciate the time constraints that come with cleaning, or the energy that went into it. Like, I didn't understand the concept that expending the energy to clean up took away from other things and took away from time to enjoy certain things.
Yeah, I think we both agree that like paying a housekeeper is worth every single penny. Like, it is worth it.
For sure.
We're just trying to be responsible this summer. So we are going to give this a valiant effort. And if it doesn't go well, we will be calling our housekeeper back over here to clean. Yeah. Although I feel like in our relationship, like, we kind of prescribe to pretty traditional gender roles. We do both, you know, help out with the cleaning. When it comes to like the day-to-day cleaning, like cleaning up at the end of the evening, you know, loading the dishwasher, wiping down the countertops, I do most of that.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, I don't know if it's from childhood trauma. I can't really put my finger on it, but dishes.
He hates dishes.
I will scrub the baseboards. I will mop the ocean. But it's just something.
Mop the ocean.
Yeah, but it's just something about dishes that standing in front of the sink washing dishes, it just sends me into a blind rage. I don't know why. I can't explain it.
So needless to say, I do most of like the day-to-day tidying. Yeah. He of course does like taking out the trash, anything that's like super gross, all that stuff he handles. But when it comes to these like deep cleans, we usually tackle them together. Yeah. So how do you want to figure out who cleans what? You want to just pick? You want to do rock, paper, scissors, and winner gets to choose? I think how we're going to split things up today is that one person is going to be in charge of surfaces. So countertops, tabletops, mirrors, toilets, bathtubs, all that stuff. And then the other person will primarily be in charge of like the floors. So vacuuming or sweeping, mopping, and then also like changing the sheets in the bedrooms. And so how you want to figure it out? You want to rock, paper, scissors, and winner chooses first? What you want to do?
Let's go by skill set. You know what I mean? Some of us did come up with music, gospel music playing in the background, 70s music playing in the background, the smell of Clorox and Pine Sol. Some of us had to clean up our own houses. So naturally, I'm better at some stuff.
I'll give it to you. You are. So yeah. Which one do you want? Which one do you think you'll be better at?
I'll do toilets and I'll do floors. I
was gonna say, you're taking surfaces?
Yeah, I'll take surfaces.
Okay, so you're gonna sweep / vacuum and mop all the floors in the house. That includes bathrooms as well. And you are gonna change the sheets.
Yeah.
All right. So that means that I will be in charge of like, you know, the surfaces. So pretty much like bathroom stuff, kitchen stuff. That is actually perfect because before I start cleaning, I actually wanted to start dinner in the crock pot. So yeah, come along with us while we get this place in order. Ready?
Let's do it.
Hand in. We need a cheer.
Like, what we gonna say? Clean on 3? Pine Sol on 3?
1, 2, 3, Pine Sol! All right, so on top of course, like doing a lot of the day-to-day cleaning and helping out with the deep cleans like today, as the woman of the house, I am also primarily in charge of like meal planning, grocery shopping, all of that, and I do most of the cooking. DJ does grill really often in the summer, but even when he cooks on the grill, I always end up like seasoning and prepping the food. He also makes really, really amazing, I think at this point we can call it world famous spaghetti, because he's literally been making it like in whatever country we've been to and everyone always loves it. But for the most part, like I, cook on a daily. So for tonight, I am gonna put up a roast. I got a nice juicy chuck roast. It's gonna go into the crock pot with some veggies. I'm also gonna do some potatoes and some turnip greens. So I am just browning my roast in the pan real quick, and then I'll put it on in the crock pot on low for 6 hours. And y'all, the secret to the best ever crock pot roast is definitely bone broth. I found that when I cook it in bone broth, it gets like so tender and it's so flavorful. So definitely recommend using bone broth if you want to make a killer pot roast. So yeah, I'm just about to get that into the smoke cooker, start it up, and I will get to cleaning up this kitchen.
Lately it's been really confusing. I just can't understand. You say that you're catching feelings, but I'm always left on red. Ooh, no. And every time we meet,
For whatever reason, she wants all her babies in bed with her. And surprisingly, she takes account for all of them. Like, I forgot what this one's name is. But if she fall out the bed, she wake up looking around. Oh, where's Molly? I think this one's Molly. But she'll wake up mid-sleep. Like, where's Molly? Where? 2 days ago, her little brother, who was potty training, decided it would be funny to climb into her bed and pee. So her bed has been changed, 2 days ago. So her sheets is practically new. But got the floors vacuumed. About to go mop. I said, sorry to disturb you again. Where's the Swiffer?
In our bathroom.
Our bathroom. Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
I'm digging your vibe. There's something, it's the fact. You're switching up again. I don't know what's your move. Tell me, baby, what to do. Are you messing with my mind? First you tell me that you're all mine, then you say you need some time. You can't decide, and it leaves me asking, tell me which lane I am choosing. Should I stay or go? Cause I can't keep on waiting for something when you still say you don't know. Hell nah. And every time we meet, nothing is off, down, I gotta say, I'm digging your vibe. I'm digging. And something is the switching up again. I don't know what's your move. Tell me, baby, what to do.
Yeah, no. So Jackson is potty training. So it's actually even a biohazard, me even being in here. I'm gonna need something. I'm gonna need like what the hospital uses to disinfect this floor. Cause in potty training, the boy aim ain't really like that. So I'm gonna go get some bleach. I'll be back.
Woo! Okay, so the kitchen and like, you know, all the tabletops down here are done. And now I have my little cleaning caddy and I'm headed into the bathroom real quick. I can hear DJ vacuuming upstairs, so he probably can't hear me. I feel like he thinks he picked like the easy job by picking the floors. Let's take a look at this. This is the playroom. This couch actually doesn't belong in here. It's just sitting here temporarily until it moves to its home. But since he is in charge of floors, he's also in charge of this space. So have fun with that, babe. If you were trying to pick the easiest thing, you might have picked wrong. Guys, we are officially all done cleaning. The house is pretty close to spotless. It is looking really, really good. Hubby had to dash out and go get Jackson from camp because of course it always takes longer than you anticipate to like clean an entire house top to bottom. And I am just getting these turnip greens on for dinner tonight. The roast is over there looking good, and we will check in with you guys later because in a few minutes I actually have to run out to get Harper from camp. But we definitely wanted to like recap our cleaning experience and kind of talk more about the gender roles in our marriage and how it works. So stay tuned. We'll be back after we get the kids all situated and settled. All right, guys, we are back after a full day. The kids have been worn out and put down. We have had dinner. How was dinner, by the way?
It was fine. It was good. Real good. We had roast, carrots, potatoes, turnip greens. Yeah, it's a good night.
Yeah, and a woman's work is never done because now I have this load of laundry, this massive pile, to fold before I go to bed. The house is clean. Yeah. However, now for the next 4 days, there will be hampers sitting around of folded clothes that have yet to be put away. I feel like I primarily do the laundry. Like you'll start a load or put a load in the dryer.
Like if I go down and I see that there's a load in that needs to be put in the dryer, I'll put it in there. And then if the clothes is already segregated, I'll go ahead and throw it in the wash.
Well, they're segregated.
Segregated.
You actually like this is the civil rights movement with clothes. Like you can't mix up blacks and whites.
It's a synonym. You can't. Technically.
I mean, on cold. Depending on who you ask.
You know, so like, I'm a man. Men know. We'll just throw whatever dirty in there and just wash it on cold.
Yeah. See, typically, I like to do darks, whites, and then bright colors, and then like light colors. However, I don't know how much of this pile you guys can see, but this is just like a random load. Like this is from
towels,
it's
socks.
from the weekend. It's just like when like, you know, just random clothes just like don't even make it into the hamper. They just get thrown into the washer, and I'm like, whatever. I'm just washing all that stuff, and I'm just gonna put a shout color catcher in there with it and hope for the best. But anyway, even though I like not really complain, but sometimes I feel like a little bit like burnt out in terms of like all of the responsibilities that I have around the house. I have a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah. Okay.
Meal planning, cooking.
I was seeing where you was going with it. Go ahead. I was seeing where you was going with it.
Even though sometimes I feel like a little bit burnt out, like, oh, it's never ending. There's always more to do. I feel like pretty early on in our relationship, we kind of agreed that these would be kind of the roles, like in our marriage, that we would kind of be traditional. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, again, like everything you contribute and do, like I'm not really good at. I could be if I really put my mind to it, but you're just so good at it. I just figured I would just leave it to the expert. To your expertise.
And I think it has a lot to do with what I saw growing up. Like traditionally, you know, at least for me, growing up, my dad was very much the breadwinner. And like he would cook, and he was a great cook. He would cook like on occasion if it was like a holiday, we were having people over, like he would cook his like world famous lamb chops and, you know, stuff like that. However, whether she outsourced it or she did it herself, like she was primarily in charge for like taking care of the household, like laundry, cooking, cleaning, all that stuff, and making sure that all that went smoothly. And so I think since I saw that growing up, I kind of just took that, you know, that was going to be my role. And like, I actually always kind of wanted that role. So even though it is tiring and exhausting and hard sometimes, I kind of like lean into it. But I do feel like you're right. I think that we both do what we're good at. Like, what do you do that you do because you're good at it?
Well, when packages come to the front door in a box the size of a shoebox, and it turns out to be a computer desk, and I got to put it together, yeah, that's when my name is called.
You put stuff together because you're good at it. You break down boxes.
I break down stuff. I fix stuff. Like. And
you actually did an amazing job cleaning these floors.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Thank you. Maybe you can show your appreciation a little later.
It always goes there. Why do husbands always take it there?
Because where else is there to go? But nah, I mean, landscaping. I take care of the landscaping. I fix stuff.
You help with the kids. Stuff. I feel like although in terms of like the household, you know, we're kind of traditional in terms of gender roles. I feel like in terms of parenting, like we both kind of do an equal amount of stuff, at least like, you know, when you're not like super busy with work. Like we do an equal amount. Like you'll put the kids to bed, you'll, you know, get one of them dressed while I'll get the other one dressed, things like that. Yeah. So I feel like you're like very active with that stuff. And then like you will, you know, if I'm cooking dinner, you'll like keep them entertained like while I do that.
Yeah, you know, again, I'm just a team player. You know what I mean? And my contributions are invaluable. Where there's a need, I feel it. And you know, at the end of the day, I'm an essential worker.
So I think that we can agree though that when it comes to like our household and like making it run smoothly, like you are an essential player. You know, you are like the guy who can like play any position. However, like I'm probably the franchise player. Like I'm the one that like the people come to see.
Thank you, I guess.
What do you say that? Like I am, you know, you're like I'm Michael Jordan and you're like Scottie Pippen. So you're also really good, but you know, like I'm the one that wins us the rings in terms of, you know, keeping the house running smoothly.
You know, as someone who has participated in team sports my whole life, there are other ways to contribute to winning besides scoring. But
so you wouldn't agree that I'm Michael Jordan and you're Scottie Pippen?
I mean, Jordan couldn't have won without Pippen.
Right, and I agree with you on that. Like, we need each other to exist. However, you know, we're talking about ticket sales, you know, who are people coming out to see? Who has, like, the shoe that still sells to this
They
day?
coming to see the Temptations, not just playing. Like, coming to see you, Otis.
Oh, gosh. All jokes aside, though, you know, I feel like having traditional gender roles in a marriage kind of, like, is frowned upon these days. And, like, I feel like we are one of the few couples that are, like, kind of still sticking to that. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing it a different way. I'm not saying that our way is the best way by any means, but do you find that, like, people still, at least people our age, still, like, stick to traditional gender roles, or, like, is it just us out here?
Nah, I feel like people succumb to, like, societal pressure. Like, social media and society tells people what their household should be and how it should be run.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I feel like to an extent, we all naturally know what our roles are. And I think society tells us one thing and we get caught up and we're unhappy because we're fighting against what we're naturally good at, what we naturally contribute to the household. Like, I don't believe in equality. I don't. Like, but that's a foundational rule of life. Like, nothing will be equal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't, if the alarm goes off at 3 a.m, I'm not gonna roll over and be like, oh, it's your turn. I looked the last time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that society just have us brainwashed. And at the end of the day, do what makes you happy, but again, also don't fight what's natural.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely think that it's, like, less popular nowadays for a woman in particular to be traditional and to have, like, a traditional mindset. Like, we are in so many ways taught to, like, kind of turn away from that. And, like, those of us that do choose to do that, I feel like, are kind of, like, belittled by society. Yeah. However, and again, this is probably going to sound like I'm, like, you know, like I'm being rude towards women who don't choose to be traditional, which I am not. But I just have to say that, like, I feel like most of the married women that I know are more traditional. Like, and a lot of them work outside of the home. You know, they're not stay-at-home moms or anything like that. But they do kind of have a traditional mindset and are a little bit more on the submissive side towards their husbands. And so, I don't know, that's just kind of interesting to see, I guess.
Yeah, like on social media, it's like, oh, like I see a big fight on social media about, like, splitting bills and going 50-50, right? And
I don't want to do that also.
Well, you haven't. You ain't paid a bill since 20...
And I'm not going to.
Right.
But I will pay for a trip.
Right.
Happy to contribute.
For sure. But yeah, I see like women fighting about paying like half of the bills, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, no, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not going 50-50 with my man. But like, they're going 100 by themselves. Mm-hmm. So it's like, what do you have to leverage? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand the mindset behind that, but...
Yeah, but okay. An issue that I've seen, like, in a lot of relationships is that a lot of times I feel like men, right? And I'm not talking about you because this is it's not even necessarily our situation, but maybe you can speak, you know, to what men might be thinking in this kind of situation. Men expect their wives to, like, contribute financially, i.e., like, you know, maintain jobs outside of the home so that they can contribute financially. However, they also expect them to take on the brunt of the parenting and taking care of the household. And like, I just don't think that that is like fair or feasible. Like, I think that our situation works for us because right along with us wanting me to take a more traditional role in terms of like, you know, caring for the house, making sure things are running smoothly, all that stuff, we also kind of planned for me to not work traditionally outside of the home. Like, I mean, I work, but not like I'm gone from 9 to 5 every day. You know what I'm saying? And so like we kind of set it in place where like I would have the time and energy to take care of things around the home. And like you're really helpful and good at like, now that I am kind of like working, even though it's not traditional, if I've had like a day where I've had a lot going on, like maybe I've had to attend an event or I've had to shoot some sponsored content or whatever, like you're more than willing to like pick up the slack on those days, right? But in a lot of relationships that I've seen, it seems like the man wants the woman to like do it all. Like, and to me, that doesn't seem fair.
Well, it goes back to what I originally said. Nothing will be fair. So, everybody will be treated the same, but nobody will be treated equally. So
it makes sense for you. And again, this has nothing to do with us.
I'm joking.
You think that a woman should have to work outside of the home to contribute financially and cook and clean and take care of the kids. Like, I just feel like if we both brought in this, not even brought in the same amount of income, if we both spent the same amount of time working outside of the home, then like naturally we would have to shift.
But would we though?
Like, because if I also had basketball practice.
That's what I was about to say. But like, it's so many variables because like my job requires a more strenuous physical contributions, whereas your job, if you work at an office or a cubicle, could be mental. So if we, let's just say in a hypothetical world, if we both worked a 9 to 5 in an office, would you as a man still expect me to take care of the majority of the household stuff? Yep. I feel like you should be barefoot and pregnant with one of them truck driver headsets working from home. But that wasn't the hypothetical situation. Cleaning, washing dishes, yeah. That wasn't the hypothetical situation. I said if we both worked a 9 to 5 in an office. I'm joking. Like, and I think from the perspective of men, sometimes when we get in a relationship, it spoils us because we forget that if we didn't have a partner, we would be doing this stuff on our own anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? And sometimes in relationships, women have become resentful of men because they're self-sufficient. Mm-hmm. Because in their minds, it's like a anxiety because it's like, oh, he really don't need me. Like, he knows how to cook. He knows how to clean. He knows how to wash clothes and everything else. Yeah. I just know, like, you know, even though, like I said, we are kind of traditional, like, it's funny for me to see how, like, when you're overseas and I'm home, like, obviously you do your own laundry. Yeah. Like, you're fully capable. Yeah, but... You wash your own dishes. Nah, you want to be Michael Jordan. Go ahead. You don't cook, though. You order out for every single day. I don't cook. That ain't why I got married, so I wouldn't have to. Oh, gosh. Here we go. All these people on the internet are going to think that you're serious. I am. It's truth in every joke. You guys see this caveman that I'm married to. He's like joking, but he's not. Like if he had his way, I would be barefoot and pregnant, flipping pancakes. Yeah. Every morning. For sure. You wouldn't leave the house. You would like walk to the mailbox just to wave at the neighbors to let them know like I'm okay. He's not holding me captive. I wanted to do this. Yeah, I signed up for this. Yeah, I'm old school. At the end of the day, though, I think that in a relationship, everyone wants to feel, like, valued and, like, seen. You know what I'm saying? So, do I make you feel valued and seen? I mean, I know I just called you, like, Scottie Pippen and said I'm Michael Jordan, so. But, like, we can all admit that Scottie, like, the Bulls would have not been what they were had it not been for Scottie Pippen. I saw the documentary. You know? Why you trying to clean it up now? Oh. Do you feel valued though? We like, really in terms appreciate of me, you know, seeing what you contribute like to our household and our family. Yeah, no, I do, and again, I know we get into the whole love languages and everything else, but like you show me that by doing your job. That's it. You know what I mean? You cook meals and you do your job. That's how you show me. What better way?
Yeah. I do feel like that. Like I feel like I show you that I value what you do by doing what I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you had a hard workout today. Like the least I can do is like feed you, you know, for like making sure we have a roof over our head. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or it's just like little things, like little thoughtful things about like how you'll be like, hey, I got this new protein for you to try because I know you said you didn't like the last one, or, you know, I know you liked this particular brand of protein, but it's the same one, but this has 42 grams instead of 35. You know, it's like little things like that. And for you, I mean, aside from like keeping the lights on, and keeping the keeping Amazon in business, how do I show you that I value what you do?
I mean, you literally say it a lot. Like you say thank you a lot, and you say like, oh wow, babe, like you cleaned up. Like I was gonna help you clean that up, or like, oh, I thought we were gonna clean that up together. Like, but you already handled it. Like, oh, thank you, or like, oh, you know, you cooked. Like I was wondering like what we were gonna eat, but like you already figured it out. Like you literally say it, and then also like, you know, days like today where like, you know, obviously the last like Monday reset vlog that I did, I had this thing where like when you were overseas and the kids and I were here, like on Mondays, because you know how the kids do this house over the weekend, what it looks like.
Yeah.
So on Mondays I would like clean the whole house, you know, to like reset it for the week. And like I was doing that by myself. And so like having you today like help me like makes me feel valued, because it shows me that like you see how much, I don't want to say like how much work it is, but like it was kind of time consuming, you know. It's not like hard, but it's just tedious, you know, like it's a lot to do. Like we don't live in the biggest house, but like there's a lot of surface area to cover and like a lot to clean, you know.
Square footage, though.
So like you helping me just like, you know, makes me feel like you see what I'm doing and like how hard it could be for me to do it on my own. So it's like, you know, not that I expect you to do that every time, but like right now, if you want to make me feel valued, you could help me fold these clothes so that I could go to bed. That would definitely make me feel valued.
Yeah, I gotta answer some emails, but like when I'm done, I'll
emails from who? Because I'm also low key your secretary, but that's another vlog for another day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with us as we got this house in order. It probably doesn't look that clean behind us, and that's because we have kids, but it was spotless when we got done.
It was. This will probably last for, what's today, Monday?
No, today's
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thursday it'll be a tornado.
It'll be a mess again. But that's fine, because at least we know that we took care of it.
Took care of it, and from the optimistic standpoint, we have healthy, happy kids to run around and destroy everything we work for.
And we're probably only about, how old is Harper? She's 4. So probably only about, 4 or 5 years away from being able to put them to work in terms of cleaning. Like they'll be able to.
Jackson cleaned. I spilled some water. Jackson cleaned it up today.
He did?
Yeah. Don't let him fool
you. That's what you should have recorded for the vlog.
Yeah. I had to change his outfit, but he got it up.
Yeah, that's what matters. So way to go, Jackson. Look at us raising independent, helpful children.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We are going to fold this pile of laundry and call it a night. Yep, we. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time.